I do a series on my channel where I take a critically acclaimed, well-loved video game, and then I'll jump onto the user reviews on Metacritic to find some questionable but hilariously bad reviews for the game for me to share with you. Hollow Knight has been one of the most requested games I should do for this series, so today, that's the game we are going to be looking at. Our first review comes from Sanbara, who gave Hollow Knight a 3 out of 10. Most overrated I've ever played. Bad combat system. You have simply just one attack. Enemies are all either flying odor on the ground, hit them, that's it. Bosses are fine. Worst travel system I've seen in a game. The important NPCs are on the one side of a region, the quick travel spot on the other side. Such a huge time waste. But even worse is the progression. There is absolutely no information where to go next. The map becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, and there is no clue which path leads to the next objective. At the end, you are running around searching for the next path 95% of the time, or back travel to NPCs at the end of nowhere. The developer was small, and I guess it's their debut. I could honour this, but the hype is not justified. If you have no life, no hobbies, no passion, and no other games you don't care about your time, Hollow Knight is perfect for you. Damn, that's some pretty harsh words right there. Daniel Yao has some thoughts they want to share about Hollow Knight. A stress simulator. Need a lot of you die and you ain't getting your soul back when you die. You will lose your autosave. Isn't really autosave. You need to manually save by finding a bench in a ways. Even the map you need to buy. Everything about this game you need to struggle to get it. The was wrong with the dev? Low-key Dark Souls? 0 out of 10. I know that a fair amount of people find Hollow Knight to be a pretty difficult game, but I've never really viewed this game as super hard like the Souls games. I do remember some of the bosses, especially the endgame ones, giving me a fair good challenge, and the game can get pretty intense at times, but I never found it to be a stressful game. Cat Rat has a review for us to read. Why people enjoy this game has become something that intrigues me, and cannot understand yet. This monotonous, everlasting loop made me want to scream for a refund. I ultimately decided to eliminate any traces of this game in my console. Best decision I've made. 1 out of 10. Valrond also gave Hollow Knight a 1 out of 10, and here is what they said. Boring AF. You know, I have loved what now are called Metroidvanias since Symphony of the Night. I have finished that game in every system it has come out. Then the 3 on GBA, 3 on DS, and Bloodstained, made by IGA himself. I was playing Bloodstained again, so I decided to go give Hollow Knight a go. What a joke of a game this is. Graphics are boring, everything looks exactly the same, the music is barely a thing here. Compare that to the awesome OST made by Mishuri Yamane. Then the combat. You have one attack, 2 if you count down, and a jump. That's it. Even the original NES Castlevania was more varied than this. You know, I haven't played the original Castlevania on NES, so I can't confirm if it's a better game than Hollow Knight. However, I have a gut feeling that it isn't. Vereen Kelly has left a review for the game. A gorgeous game that I absolutely would not recommend. I get the idea of being hard, but after all the difficulty games, this game punishes you in such asinine ways. Immediate spike death traps. God, play Dark Souls for a better time that does difficulty better. 2 out of 10. Hol wants to share their thoughts on Hollow Knight. Platform was meh, graphic, rigid, and uninteresting. There are way better Metroidvania out there. This is overhyped. 0 out of 10. I haven't played that many Metroidvania games, but now that I think about it, out of the Metroidvanias I have played, I think Hollow Knight might be my favourite one. Some of the other Metroidvania games I've played include the Ori games and Metroid Dread, but I still prefer Hollow Knight, and it sticks out as more of a memorable game in my mind. Please No Hack has written a review for the game that is a grammatical masterpiece and has no errors whatsoever. Bro, this game is so bid. I die so much because I don't know how to use a controller. I watched the divs made the game more accessible for people like me. Also, the game is very boring for someone like me who does not know what exploring means. Also, the game makes you have to get your soul if you die. I don't understand why a game punishes you for dying because Animal Crossing does not do that. 4 out of 10. Comparing Hollow Knight to Animal Crossing is certainly an interesting comparison to make. make. I can get behind adding accessibility options to the game though, because adding more accessibility options to a game is never a bad thing. Poo Poo Butter may have a silly name, but they left us with a review for Hollow Knight. I have enjoyed and beaten 20 different Metroidvania, but this is the only one I quit playing about 11 hours into it. There is nothing redeeming about this turd. I don't understand the praise. 1 out of 10. Our next review comes from Jewel. I can't kill the boss. I can't kill Mantis Lord. Please help. My mental health is very bad because of school. 0 out of 10. I've got gameplay on the screen right now fighting the Mantis Lord's boss in the game and oh, they are dead. That wasn't so hard, was it? Tom King 13 has left a 1 out of 10 review for Hollow Knight, and the only thing in their review is this face. What does this face even mean? Tell me, Tom King 13, what do you mean? Our final review for this video comes from was_. I played this game for an hour and found it boring and annoying. People who like this game just have no taste. 0 out of 10. Well, there you go. Let me know in the comments what game you'd like me to look at next in the Bad Reviews series, and if you want to check out another one of these videos in the series, then here is one I did on Super Mario Odyssey.